Okay, so I have the side plates for the tracks here, which we need to prepare, and I want to go over the two tensioning systems for the tracks. So let me just expand this. So we have the manual tensioning system highlighted in yellow. There's a manual tensioning block with a screw that tensions the belt. And there's also the spring tensioning system highlighted in green with a smaller tensioning block, 2 springs, and a clip. So I'm going to go over the installation of both of these with you. I think we could probably start with the spring tensioning system. And this is the jig that we're going to use. It's 3011783 IPN, I believe. And this is the installation tool that we're going to use to compress the springs into the Minitrack side plate. Yeah, that's 3011783 is the IPN. Okay, let's get rid of this. So this is the jig here. It lives in the Minitrack jig box. And there's 3 parts to this assembly here. There's the spring clip 30059, 300059 O Rev A. These springs, of course, and the axle carrier. These will be in your kit if you have a spring tensioning track assembly. So the installation is pretty easy. I'm just going to put this clip up front here. Oops, actually that works better the other way. It looks backwards when you're watching a screen. So I'm just going to rest this here. And typically the springs are enough to compress that into place. Although this clip is giving me a little bit of trouble. So I think I will press this clip into place just using an Allen key here and just pushing it. There we go. So now that's set in place. If you find that the stamped out part is giving you trouble, you can just give it an extra push like that. Okay, so there's 2 little, what would you say, folded pieces here that the springs are going to sit on, or in rather. Just lift that up. There we go. And then this axle carrier is going to go in this orientation here and just rest on the springs like that. Okay, so I'm going to take the installation tool now, and there's 2 holes. Actually, first I'm just going to make sure this is backed off all the way. The screw. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to line it up with the first 2 holes in the side plate. There we go. So I'm just going to fasten the jig down like this. Okay. And then we compress the springs. And I'll turn this over so you can see what's happening here. So the axle block is being pushed and the springs are being compressed. There we go. So I basically just bottomed out this screw. And now I'll turn this over, and I'm just going to press down on the Delrin plunger here. There we go. Okay, and you can see these springs are sitting in there nicely now, so I'll just remove the jig. There we go. Now, this assembly is pressed in and pressed together, but these springs are of course loaded. This can pop out. If you plan on leaving this sunny side up like this for any period of time, you'll want to thread a couple of M6 fasteners in either hole here just to hold the axle carrier in place, or maybe just turn it over on your bench like this to keep you from getting summer teeth. All right, so the other tensioning system, as I mentioned before when we were looking at the drawing, is the manual tensioning block. And this is very easy. It just drops into place like this. Once you have your drive wheel axle installed in this assembly, you can thread the M6x40 fastener into the axle as the axle is threaded. Okay, so that's it for these for now. I'm going to set these aside, and we will come back to these assemblies later.